Now let's talk about the steps of creating an object. So in order to create an object, we need to have a clear understanding of what is that object. So first of all, what is an object? If you look around you in the room, everything is an object. So a couch is an object, a TV is an object, a table is an object, a laptop is an object, everything is an object. If we are, for example, creating an object called of a cat, let's say, then we would call it class cat. Now, this class should have its own properties and its own methods. So, what would be the methods of a cat? A cat can walk. That's one method. So, public function walk. A cat can talk. That's another method. So, we will call it public function talk. A cat can eat. So, we would call it public function eat. Now, the cat has its own properties, right? So what are these properties? A cat's color is one property. A cat's name is another property. In a similar way, anything else in the room that you can find, basically you can create a class out of it and give it its own behaviors and properties. However, there are some rules that we need to follow when creating any object in PHP. The first rule is called abstraction. So, what is abstraction? Abstraction means removing all the unnecessary details from your object. Alright, so what are the unnecessary details? Let's talk about water. So water, basically to a thirsty person, or from a thirsty person's perspective, is very different as from the perspective of a scientist. So from a thirsty person's perspective, what does matter to a thirsty person when it comes to water? For example, the quantity of water does matter. The quality of water also does matter. But would a thirsty person care about the atomic weight of water? Would a thirsty person care about the chemical elements that the water is made of? No. So basically these are the useless details that we need to omit when we are creating water from the perspective of a thirsty person. However, if we are creating the water object from the perspective of a scientist, then we should focus on the other details that are important from this perspective, like the atomic weight, the chemical elements that water are made of, and so on and so forth.